Hey guys, this is Aimless Death. This is Quinn, Stefan, and Tom, and you're watching Pure Metal Gods.
Hi, this is Pure Metal of Gods. I'm Den Cartwright, your host. I'm with Tommy, Stefan, and Quinn from Aimless Death. How are you all?
Good?
Good, fine, thank you. And yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. Today's my birthday, so I just turned 51.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Appreciate it. I came across you guys on TikTok, and
Yes.
one of your songs really caught my attention. And then I went checking out further stuff that you guys were doing. You guys are pretty impressive. So, I mean, honestly, I know you guys are barely getting out there in the industry, but how long has Aimless Death been around, and how did you all meet?
So, Aimless Death is founded 2008. Yes, about that time, and then there were several lineup changes till COVID hit, and then primarily I met with Peter, our lead guitarist, and said, because my former band split up, and I said to him we can start something new, and he said he and Tom are the only two left in the band right now, because the other three guys parted ways because of work or family or go to university or stuff. So and then we meet up, we three, Tom, me, and Peter, and we jammed a little bit, and we figured out it's pretty good. So when we searched for a new bass player and a new guitarist 2 years ago.
I actually applied as a guitarist, but then Tom asked me the question, have you got anything against playing bass? And I say, okay, give me a bass guitar and I'll play bass guitar. Ne? And now I play on Stefan's old bass guitar.
So, and then we found a second guitarist. He's called Rasmus, and then we started with some connections, our recording stuff, because a friend of us had some studio equipment at home, and so we could afford to record stuff, because if you go in a bigger studio, it's pretty expensive to record your music.
You know, I was going to ask you about that. I noticed you were doing some home recording and all that, but I mean, who's actually producing it? Because whoever's produced the last song that I heard, the one that you were, I guess, promoting on TikTok and also, I guess, on Facebook, that one was well done. So
yeah, we have connections due to our rehearsal room. There was a Metallica tribute band, and we had some connection with them, and the singer of them started audio school, and he said he needs some stuff to practice on for his
portfolio.
exams. Yeah,
no, it's his portfolio. Because I produce too, and yeah, it's when upcoming producers coming, he needs build up a portfolio of all the music that he's actually mixed out and recorded. So that's cool. And did he charge you, or did he do it for free?
Yeah, he charges. We the first song, he said he has to look what kind of material we give him, and then he had to evaluate the time he needs to produce it and to mix and mastering. And so he said, okay, the recorded stuff is pretty good so far, so he doesn't need much time to mix or edit or something. So it was, we said about $100 or so for the song.
And what
60
was that?
euros.
Yeah, I mean that's not bad. I mean, really, I mean, but and that was just for one song, or is that for a couple of songs?
That's the song. Per song, he charges us 60 euros.
Okay. What part of Germany are you guys in?
Yeah, it's southern Germany and northern Bavaria.
Okay, because I got a buddy that Sasko, he's in Slave Pit. He just moved there to Germany. So his band is actually from Macedonia.
Ah,
You know, I'm gonna try and introduce you to him. That way, if you
okay.
guys do some shows, you know, maybe you guys can do some shows together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be very awesome.
What is the actual metal scene like in Germany? I mean, because everyone in the United States looks at Europe as like a real big marketing. What about for upcoming bands? How is it?
It's like you have not really one scene. You have separate scenes. You have the guys that dig in bad produced low-fi black. You have the guys that totally into this over in caps windrow stuff. That's more like pop music, really.
I like
So-
windrows. I like
Me too,
windrows.
I like windrows.
So you have
Windrows is cool.
pretty much separate scenes because the people who go to Wacken open air or some big festivals are mostly different people as the guys that go to small festivals like 5 to 3,000 people. That's more underground. So you have a big gap between the mainstream metal scene and the underground metal scene.
Yeah, one of my good friends, Tony Dunlin from Venom Inc. And he actually said it, the commercial scene helps feeds the underground scene when they're performing. So would you agree with that?
I don't think we're in this kind of high enough to really say that, because we play in front of 100 people, maybe 200
Yes.
in some.
Until now, we may get bigger.
Look, and this is a true story. You know the band Death, right? You
Yeah.
remember Chuck? Well, one time they went and they did a show over there, and it was Death's day off, and there was another band, and there was like 5 people in the venue. Literally, like 5 people in the venue, and some of the band members from Death went up there and they did a Death song. But I mean, that's just how it is. I mean, it's sometimes you'll get 5, sometimes you'll get 1,000 or 2,000, you know. But
Yeah, we had last year 5 gigs, and this year we have 5 gigs so far, and we have to look what is coming. But we are not really in touch with a band that has a record label behind it.
well, I think in today's market with the underground scene and the main metal scene, I mean, everything is done through streaming anyway. So, I mean, you'll develop your fan base as long as you dish out good
That's right.
songs. You're always you're gonna get the fans. And when I heard your music, believe it or not, that was the first time I heard you guys, and I was like, yeah, damn, these guys sound cool. So I got a good friend that he introduced me into death metal when I was in high school. So I turned him on to your music, and the first thing he said, "That's some damn good shit right there." so, and actually, he was wondering if you guys had physical copies yet, you know, because he wants to buy an actual CD from you guys.
No, we have 2 more songs to record. to have 8 songs, and then we can make CDs or press vinyl, but that's pretty expensive. Probably we do first CDs.
Yeah, that's a
then-
smart choice.
And then see how it's going. So our distribution is mostly about Bandcamp and then Spotify or the streaming services.
But
Cool.
all the old CDs are sold out.
Yeah,
That's what.
the
Yes, that's right.
the EP from 2011 is sold out. Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Since you guys got together and you're working on your new material, how much experience have you gained from when you first started till now? Because I can see the growth of your music from the beginning to what I heard recently, what you're promoting. And there's like a big like jump, like you guys really stepped up your game. How do you perceive that you're doing now?
I think we can be really happy. I mean, I think most of us are really passionate about it, and I think every gap is filled by another band member. And I think we've gained since we started, us 5 now, us actual 5 2 years ago. I think we've gained a lot of experience and also I say some confidence.
Yeah. So it is, you have to make, we have the friend which did our recordings has more experience than the guy who did the EP. So he can elaborate the stuff he gets. And the EP was self-produced, so it's, for my opinion, the EP was pretty too for the music, and we said to the guy who produces or mixes the new stuff, please don't make it that clean that it's you can hear every minor failure.
So you want to have a little grit to it.
Yeah.
A little bit of rawness.
Well, I think that's what death metal should be. You should have a little rawness, but with power and a little bit of clean in it, but give you that energy, you know?
Yes.
I think that's when we say we make thrash death metal or death thrash metal, we aren't certain.
Yeah.
We are always discussing about it, but I think that's the nice combination of thrash and death metal, which gives also this kind of energetic vibe to our music and this kind of groove, and I think it's just a really good combination because like me and Tom, we are really into black metal, and Stefan is into this like doom death metal really, and our guitarist Peter is a real thrash metal head, and our other guitarist Rasmus is also more in
modern stuff,
more into modern stuff, and I think it's just this cool combination. We make it vibe.
Let me ask you this. Who are some of your influences? I know each one of you has a different influence.
Okay, I'll start. My influence is mostly from Swedish black metal bands like Nagelfar and Dark Funeral. And when I'm songwriting, I try to like, I mean, it all, when I write music, it always has a little bit of this dark ambient black metal vibe. It will always be, and I try to make my riffing comparable with our style of music that we play. Exactly.
So I'm pretty much into this Stockholm death metal stuff, and more in the doom direction, like Orange Goblin or Orange Goblin, High on Fire, Sleep, that stuff, or Winter, which were the pioneers of this whole death doom stuff. And mostly it's really death metal or slow stuff.
By me, my favorite are Rotting Christ. And yeah, black death metal, Swedish, Norway. Yes, Hypocrisy with melodic. Yeah.
The most recent band I discovered, which 100% fitted my taste, was actually Frozen Soul from Texas.
Yeah. And Obituary.
Yeah.
Yeah, Frozen
I also
Soul is
like
good.
Frozen Soul. Frozen Soul is awesome. So Frozen Soul, if you are listening, you are fucking awesome.
Well, I know, like for me, when I was listening to you guys, you kind of reminded me of old school Unleashed, to be honest.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. That's
Yeah.
a really big compliment.
Yeah, yeah, I know Johnny and I know Frederick, and yeah, but when I heard your music, it kind of reminded me of that, like when they were first started to your newer stuff. That kind of gave me that almost that Unleashed vibe, you know. Maybe because you kind of remind me of Johnny.
That's the little spark that were in my head when you said it.
But yeah, I mean, no, you guys got good music. So what are you guys working on currently right now? What's the new song that you guys are currently trying to record? And
The next song to record is the song is called Chainsaw, and it's about those generic horror movie gore stuff.
the typical genre.
Yeah. With lots of blood and guts and
Cannibal Corpse style.
body parts flying everywhere, and
Body part, guts.
and then the last song is we will record two more songs. The Chainsaw is the first one, and then we will record the Eternal Worm God. It's about we started it before this whole Dune stuff came up.
Yes.
So it's about those Dune topic, but the fourth or fifth book. So the time when this the book series drifted more into a drug dream.
Yeah, and this song coming black metal style.
Yeah, that's the Eternal
Yes.
Worm God.
Let's had a black metal vibe in it.
And
No.
a really big influence for Stefan is Warhammer 40k.
Okay, cool. So it's what is it? Henry Cavill's new movie or series that he's working on.
Probably there are some problems with this.
So the song that I heard, how long ago was that recorded? The one that you're promoting on TikTok right now and Facebook?
You mean the False Prophet?
Yeah, that one's a badass jam, dude.
Thanks very much, man.
That's a song, really a pretty old one that we took out of the drawer and made new lyrics to it, because the old stuff before we started with us new, the old stuff were the lyrics partly in German, and I totally can't do that. And so we had to do some new lyrics and such stuff. But the song itself is 7 or 8 years old.
Peter writing the song, or
Yes,
Well-
Peter wrote it.
Peter, yeah.
Peter wrote it.
Well, believe it or not, even if it's 8 years old, that song, what I heard, sounds way before its time. You know what I mean? It's really good.
Yeah.
Much
Yeah.
appreciated.
Well, as long as you don't let me down on the next songs, if they sound anything like that, I'll be asking you guys to send me a CD myself.
Yeah.
Don't
Will
disappoint
do.
me. Don't disappoint me.
No, but you need to be patient for like maybe 2-3 months,
Yeah.
and then we on the next recording session
Yeah.
we will.
We hope we can do 2 songs.
Yes, in
But
one
the
day.
problem is we all work. We had normal jobs, and so
No,
does
believe it or not, everyone in the music industry,
yeah.
everybody has normal jobs, except for like after they really get big and they've been around for like 20 years, they're able
Yeah.
to live off the music. But
So
I
so
mean, so don't feel
we
bad that you have normal jobs.
no.
Oh, Johnny used to be a truck driver in
Yeah.
produce.
So we have to wait for our recording guy that he has time Sunday or something. So and all of us have to have time. So it's a long way.
Live termins.
So what do you guys do actually for work? What do you guys actually do?
I am currently in technical educational college. It's like after you take an apprenticeship, you can take 2 more years of technical school and have like a bachelor degree professional, it's called, and after that I will start working again. I am not looking forward to that, by the way. Okay.
So I'm a mechanic in a limestone pit. I repair crushers and such stuff, or conveyor belts or such things.
Maintenance.
Maintenance.
Yeah, I make heavy metal.
Yeah.
Heavy metal.
Heavy
He
metal,
makes-
Schwermetall.
Yeah, he makes
For drills, isn't it?
Yes.
For drills.
So you got the cool job. You create metal.
yeah.
You get to destroy anything and put it back together,
Yeah.
and then
Yes.
you're just a college student. Hey, you're the typical band right there. So on this new album that you guys are working on, how long have you guys been currently recording now? How long is it going to be going for?
Since January.
Since January, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
December, January.
I believe something like October last year. We brought some
yes.
stuff out, like maybe 8-9 months.
Yes.
But we didn't keep record. You know, we are all very.
We are just happy when something's ready to put
Yeah.
out.
And we are very forgetful beings.
First
Well, I
was-
mean,
was
just take your time on it. I mean, if you want a good album, take your time on it. You know,
It's,
I mean, look, I know
We-
Mike Browning
Yeah.
from Nocturnus AD, a former member of Morbid Angel, and when they go into the studio because of the record label, man, they only had 7 days, and he likes now recording at home because he gets to take his time and create his perfection on his music, you know. And let's be honest,
Yeah.
even after you get done recording it and after you hear it, you're still not satisfied with it. But that's just how it is in the music industry.
Yeah, but we were pretty satisfied with the raw stuff,
yes.
and then we put it to the mixing guy, and he sent us the first review track, and we were baffled that you can keep put something out that you didn't hear before in this song.
And I say our guys, our recording guy and our how do you say producer guy, mixer guy, they are both top of state of the art kind of people. I think we are very lucky to have them supporting us. And also our recording guy, he also comes while recording with new ideas from, hey, you guys watch out, we can add there one more layer, and we can keep how do you say, we can add there some stuff, and all his ideas until now were fucking great.
This bell sound in Walkers was his idea.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. When he comes toward you and tells you, "Hey, I want to try something a little bit different on your vocals," has he ever done that yet? I mean, giving you different ideas?
Different on the vocals only in case of the timing on the
Notation.
Only in case of the timing and how I pronounce on which beat the stuff comes, because I'm not really a virtuoso of guttural vocals, so I can do my stuff, but I can't really do other stuff.
Well, I mean, either way, I mean, as long as you're comfortable with the ideas being presented to you.
Yes, absolutely.
Has he got you to do like multiple layers on your vocals? Like, hey, try do when you're doing this growl, try and do like a demonic vocal line underneath it to give it more of a punch, evil sounding.
This was only once by the break in Walkers. There we wanted to have a demonic scream in it in the break, but we record 3 layers of vocals, three times the same, and just to widen the frequencies and panning.
It's to give it. What he's doing is creating space and depth to your vocals.
It's like a duet, but all with screams and
sometimes it's hard to do the same stuff exactly 3 times exactly the same.
Yeah, it gets challenging. But like, I got a different method probably than what he does. What I will do is I'll get a microphone, I'll put it up here, and I'll put one down here to get, and then I'll have 2 other ones kind of parallel, right? And that way, when you're belting out, I have them all on 4 different tracks, and then I EQ each one differently. So when I mix out, I can give you some depth, I can give you some treble, I can give you on the sides, I add my effects on that, you know, giving you some reverb and getting some delay. And then I'll copy the 2 on the sides, and then I'll layer them again with 2 more of those, and then I'll throw like an octave vocal, you know, to give it more of a demonic and a distortion tone to it.
Yeah, I understand, but for me, it's not that what I wanted to do. So
I get you. I get you. I'm just telling you what I like to try and do when I record like a good vocal track. You know, I come up with these different pattern ideas to depending on the song. You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Well, that's cool. And how many layers are you doing on your guitar or on the bass drum?
But I am the bassist. For me, 1 layer is fine, because how do you say, against the bassist, it's always like plug in and play. For the guitars, we have always 3 layers, and that's 3 layers for the rhythm guitar and 3 layers for the lead guitar. Except for the solo is another 1 layer above that.
Okay. So you only play 1 bass line track, then?
Yes.
And are you using distortion on your bass or no?
It's live I play with distortion, but not too much. I like to give it some, you know, a little bit crunch and a little bit of delay, you know, but it needs to sound, the bass needs to sound a little natural for me, like a really nice precision bass, but with an, how do you say, kind of crunchy, distorted vibe to it, you know, and a little bit delayed, so it's winds a little bit.
Okay. And what about you, my friend? When you're doing your layers?
Tom, our drummer.
Also, ich muss so.
On E-drums or?
No, we have the problem. The room we're recording in is about meters.
How do you say, like
5 by 5 meters? So it's
20 feet by 20 feet?
So is he on an electronic drum set when he's recording?
yeah, we have to use electronic drums because in this room where we're recording is no space for a
For
real
the
drum
actual
set.
drum. But that's okay. I mean, what do you actually prefer, the real drums or the electronic for recording?
For the
I
rec-
think the software these days
is
is so good that you don't really need to record real drums.
Yeah. But what software are you guys using for the drums?
Oh,
Cubase.
Nee, Cubase is da. I don't know.
Tom, do you know
Also,
what software?
Easy drum?
Nee.
No.
Nee,
Oh,
At home-
Easy Drummer is good.
At home, I
use
use
that.
Easy Drummer. Yes.
Yeah, Easy Drummer and Superior Drummer, those are the top market that I like. Yeah, so that's cool. I mean, I don't got a problem with someone recording in the studio with electronic drums because, like you said, the software actually these days you can't tell the difference. Especially if you EQ all the velocities the right way, you'll get that natural sound
Yeah.
on the real drum.
and
So that's
also recording the drums always take the longest because our record guy isn't satisfied with his work very fast. He's like very, very thorough and precise about his work, and so drums mostly takes the longest.
Yes.
Does he do like a dummy drum track for you guys to follow?
No, our guitarist sits there and plays the song, and Tom plays with it with a click on the ear.
Okay, cool. Damn, man, I mean, you're answering all my questions. From studio, when are you guys gonna actually make a actual music video?
Well,
Yeah.
after the album is out, we've got some spare time. Until June, we have like 4 more gigs to play, and we have some recording to do. So after June, we will make 1 or 2 music videos for our album, but they will come later, I think. But we won't really stress about that, So we are mostly having fun playing live and drinking some beers.
And
That's
August
all
is
that
festival
matters.
season.
August is festival season.
So we have to be fans too and have to go to some festivals.
And this year I will be on Wacken Open Air. I think you've heard of that, probably.
Oh, you guys are gonna be going to see the show or performing?
Nee, see the show.
See the shows. We are also fans.
Okay, what group do you really want to see?
I want to see the Black Dahlia murder really, really bad. And I am really still how do you say, a little bit sad that I didn't get to see Trevor Strand live. Because I missed the shots and but I will go see them twice this year.
And what about you, Stefan?
When I have to watch out for the lineup.
He is cheating. He is reading from his phone.
So I'm every year I'm going to the Partisan open air, and this year there's a small group from Denmark called Convent.
Oh yes.
This is a death doom band, which is totally awesome. And then I have to see
Sodom.
Terrorizer, Sodom,
Batyushka.
Incantation, yeah, such stuff.
My Dying Bride.
My Dying Bride, and Abbott is playing an Immortal set. So
Yeah, Sodom is a great show. I've seen them a bunch of times. I, yeah, but I mean, I guess I would prefer seeing between Sodom and I would prefer Destruction if they were playing, and Creator. If
yeah.
yeah, Creator, man, you gotta love Creator. Um,
Yes, Creator's awesome live.
yeah. So what are you guys? How's your fan base growing on social media right now?
Yeah,
Uh,
Facebook is stagnating.
Yeah. I would say like at the moment there are like round about 400 followers on each platform. And that's like for a local Bavarian band, I would say that's quite okay. Also on
Yeah.
Spotify, our range with like 400-500 listeners a month. That's like in comparison to most bands which are local, it's pretty good, I would say.
So that's
No, that's really good. I mean, believe it or not, I mean, even I had a record label before, and some of my bands were, because there's so much music out there, and that's the truth. I mean, you're competing
yeah,
with everybody, underground, commercial. I mean, if you're able to break in even in the hundreds, you're doing good.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
So hands off,
we
man.
yeah we realized that these days it's really more important to keep the attention on a level than to put something out and then
Yes.
a year of waiting. So we will release every song of this album separately and then make a CD and put it out. So
No, well,
we have
that's a smart idea. I mean, because that will help you get your followers never bored either, because
yeah
they
And
want to
also,
hear, oh, what's going to be the next song, and they get to hear it first, and then after you guys make your CD, they can go, well, yeah, either I want to buy the CD or I'll just
yeah
keep it on my Spotify account or YouTube
yeah.
account or whatever. But I mean, that's a good idea what you guys are doing. I mean,
and
I
also all pictures and videos we cut into little pieces and post them as reels, and we try to be really consistent and make how do you say advertise our music and keep advertising it like a few times a week, and just to keep the attention span as high as possible.
No, that's a great idea. I mean, um, look, I've been doing YouTube now for 1 year, and it's hardly grown. But on TikTok, I went faster on TikTok than on my own YouTube channel. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
TikTok is very fast.
yeah, I mean, so yeah, dish out all as much content on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. I mean, so this video will be on TikTok and I'll be on YouTube and on Facebook. So,
Mhm.
yeah. So this will help you out. Is this your first interview or?
Yes,
Pretty much.
because all other interviewers, we said to them, wait until the album is ready and we will come to you, because we've got another metal podcast wanting to interview us, but we want to do that like after the album is ready, so we can also, you know, a little bit say like
Promotion.
make a little bit promotion and commercial for our album.
Well, then let me ask you this. What made you choose Pure Metal of Gods to come on and do? If you're telling everyone else to wait, what was so different about me? And I'm honored for it.
No, really, it was because first time I thought you when we chatted on Facebook, so I thought you thought we were American band first, and so no, I said we have to try it because why not? And
Why not?
the other stuff was also was mainly written or magazines. So this is the first time we try this Zoom stuff really, and this was
Well,
an opportunity.
believe it or not, Pure Metal Gods started off as a written magazine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and thanks to Jeff Becerra from Possessed, Tony Dunlin, Mike Browning, the Pissing Razors, Alexandria from Germany. And then I decided, you know what? I want to give the podcasting a try. James Murphy, Tony Dunlin did my first big podcasting with the not the escaping, but the birth of extreme metal, and Jeff Becerra and the coining of death. Those were written articles, and then I decided, you know what? There's so many people that are either blind and they can listen to music. There's truck drivers, bus drivers out there working. Why don't I do the AI recordings of the written interviews and do them on YouTube so they have something to listen to while they're
Yeah.
going down? And then I said, you know what? I'm going to take it to the next level. I'm going to start doing podcasting. And then I broke away from the article, the web zine, because I was like,
Yeah.
what's the point of doing a web zine, paying $500 a year when I get everything that I ask you guys on video? People can see it,
Yeah.
hear it, and then I get to blend in your music on there and in the background of you guys talking. For me, it was a way better idea to do the podcasting.
Yeah, so this whole virtual stuff, or streaming stuff. I mean, you can. Many people are not satisfied with streaming or something because you don't get the money like you're selling records. But the problem is for small bands, it's much easier to get attention and get your stuff on Bandcamp or other platforms and make some bucks instead of playing live for 20 years and never get something done.
But from the other hand, we also must say it is our hobby and we do it for fun, you know. It's never about money or anything, and we hope to break even at some point. But it's a cool hobby, and we all love doing it.
Do it for the love, man. Don't do it for recognition or fame.
No,
I,
no way.
I'll tell you straight up, man. You do it for the love of the music's going to come back and bless you later on. Trust me.
And how do I say? I mean, like playing for 50 people, I don't think that's a bad thing, you know. So I think also the small gigs are very familiar, and when you're open for small gigs, I also when we play live, I also go to,
Playing a smaller venue, it's more intimate, man, than playing
yes,
for an
Yes.
arena.
I also go to the other bands. I watch them from the first row and headbang to them, and after that you can chat and drink some beer and exchange stuff and something, and you just walk through the venue after you've played and talk a little bit with the audience. And I think that's a really cool experience. And you know, if you go out drinking for a night and give out a lot of money, or you give out or you spend a little money and you play some live, I think that's just one awesome night of being out, you know.
I'm going to ask you guys two questions. And I haven't done these questions on a podcast yet. These were always a written question to end it. Okay. My first question to you: how would you describe your logo and your music to someone out on the street that you'd never heard of your band? How would you describe yourselves?
um I would say for me, we make raw and modern thrash and death metal.
Yeah, it's pretty much. And our logo is
Fucked up writing.
Yeah.
But your sister made the logo.
Nee, me.
Oh,
he made the
he
logo.
made the logo. He painted the logo.
Okay,
Also,
but my question once again, I think you misinterpreted. When you created the logo and the band name, right? Why did you choose Aimless Death?
Tom, why did you choose Aimless Death?
Das ist jetzt halt, ja.
Kostet man so Song, ich kann so übersetzen.
Das ist noch, also es ist halt jetzt schon die ganz alte Bandgeschichte. Das ist, kann ich schwer sagen, wie das eigentlich entstanden ist.
I think there are too much booze and beer between that.
Let's
I
be
think-
honest. Let's be honest. You never expected anyone to ask you that question, did you?
No.
No way.
Well, okay, here's my second question. Every band has an identity. And what is your identity?
Identity, it's like I would say make heavy music and have fun with it.
Yes.
Because
Yes,
I
yes.
would say bands that see us live wouldn't, or the people who would see us live, no, we don't take it, too seriously. We don't like it. The show, we are not very grim people, and we don't bring like grim faces and very serious life. I would say it's kind of I would say it's a good and relaxed atmosphere, but the music is how do you say, when we play a song, it's we try to make it as heavy as possible, and between the songs it's a little bit party. It's like a combination of both.
Okay. That's a different answer. I never expected that one.
So it's like I say, the opening phrase
Yeah.
after our two first songs is mostly hi there, we're Aimless Death and we are the most generic death metal band in Bavaria.
And in between of Walkers, we have this thing where me and the rhythm guitarist drink a whole beer on, as fast as possible in the between time, and Stefan says something like sacrifice your children to the war god. It's like
So you guys got a little bit of the I guess like Odin and Ares style theme going on with some of the lyrics, right?
Sorry, but the beginning of your sentence there was a little disturbance. I didn't.
So you guys kind of got like some Norwegic style of theme going on, kind of like what Unleashed does, with Thor, Frey.
No, not really.
not Norvik. It's like
No, we have Lovecraft. We have
Frank Herbert's Dune.
Frank Herbert's Dune. We have Warhammer. We have horror stuff in general.
Simple.
So
death
it's just a
metal.
bunch of stuff that's kind of meshed together.
Yeah,
Yes.
we don't really have a red line we follow.
But you see what I'm saying, because of what you would say on stage and drink to the war god,
No, that's only this song, and this song is particularly pretty much against war.
It's
Oh, okay.
about the song is about the trench
The
warfare.
trench warfare in the First World War. So
Yes.
and then the first euphoria to go to war, then you're inside, then you realize it's hell on earth, and then you return in a coffin to your family.
Okay, I get you now. Kind of like Disposable Heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. No, that's cool. Let me ask you a question. What is the craziest venue that you played so far?
It would be the Struhlpeter where we
Yeah,
played.
the most craziest in stuff of people was actually a band contest for a punk festival. We somehow
Managed to
managed to take part in
and to win.
to win the fourth place
Yes.
to play on the big festival.
But we
Oh,
played.
big festival.
Big fan.
And the most crazy thing was that Tom was sick, and he only told us 3 days before the gig that he couldn't make it. We have to find a replacement drummer. And then the whole madness began. So we had to 50 to 100 drummers. We wrote, do you have time? Can you play? We only have to play 15 minutes and 5 songs. Can you help us? And then 2 days before the gig, we found somebody. And then we rehearsed 3 times.
Three times.
Yes. Before the gig, one time, and then.
And also he had like a notepad in front of him to know what drum patterns he should play. I mean, it was a really talented guy, and he was like reading while playing.
He had a iPad on the stand and played. And we started the gig, and we only had 15 minutes to play this contest. And he played, and he forgot to make the lock screen to disable the lock screen. And he played and played and played, and the lock screen went and the display went blank. So he didn't know what to play now. So, but he was that kind of semi-professional guy that he could take the song to an end.
And it was loud and sweaty and full.
Yeah.
And we had I would say
it was a great time and our best gig to this day.
So you, even though he messed up, you guys still managed to get into that festival, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ah, well, you can't beat that.
So it was pretty awesome that night.
Yes.
That's why it's important to keep to be relaxed on stage and to have a relaxed atmosphere, because when stuff goes wrong, you know, you just need to play, never stop playing.
Yeah.
Play until the end of the song, or until you think that the end has come. Because when you stop playing in the middle of a song, you kill the vibe, and the audience will know.
Yeah, that's true. Well, hey man, you guys answered all my questions. Thank you guys for being a part of Pure Metal of God.